Both presidential campaigns are headed to Texas today, and a crew of 4 has returned to Earth aboard a SpaceX capsule after spending well over 200 days at the International Space Station. Good morning, I'm Corva Coleman from NPR News, and here are today's top stories. Vice President Harris holds a rally in Houston, Texas today. She's expected to focus on abortion rights. She'll also be joined by music icon Beyoncé. Harris returned to the swing state of Georgia yesterday alongside former President Barack Obama. From member station WABE, Rahul Bali reports the rally in suburban Atlanta included singer Bruce Springsteen and other entertainers.
Actor and filmmaker Tyler Perry reminded the crowd about Joe Biden's slim victory in Georgia in 2020.
So I stand here, full-throated, with my full chest, begging you, imploring you, let's get out and make Kamala Harris the 47th president.
Former President Obama said he understands people want to see change.
What I cannot understand is why anybody would think that Donald Trump will shake things up in a way that is good for you.
Harris reaffirmed her support for abortion rights and made a pitch to young voters saying they're, quote, rightly impatient for change. For NPR News, I'm Rahul Bali in Clarkston, Georgia.
Former President Donald Trump campaigns today in Texas, too. He'll be joined by Texas Republican Senator Ted Cruz. Trump was in Arizona and Nevada yesterday. He asked supporters in Las Vegas this question.
And I'd like to begin by asking a very simple question. Are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? I don't think so. What do you think? No way.
When Trump visits Austin, Texas today, he'll also be a guest on the popular Joe Rogan podcast. An Ohio judge has struck down a state abortion ban, even though it had not been enforced for a couple of years. The ruling comes almost a year after Ohio voters approved a state constitutional amendment protecting abortion access, contraception, and other reproductive decisions. The Ohio ban had outlawed most abortions as early as 6 weeks into pregnancy. A crew of 4 is safely back on Earth after spending well over 200 days at the International Space Station. From Central Florida Public Media, Brendan Byrne has more.
A SpaceX capsule carrying 3 NASA astronauts and a Russian cosmonaut splashed down off the coast of Pensacola, Florida, ending a nearly 8-month mission to the space station and back. The crew launched to the station back in March, and their planned return in August was delayed several times. First, the departure was pushed back as NASA worked through issues uncovered during the test flight of Boeing's Starliner capsule. More recently, Hurricane Milton caused unfavorable conditions at the capsule's splashdown locations off of Florida. It took the crew 34 hours to make the return home, safely splashing down under a canopy of parachutes. In all, the crew spent 235 days in space, the longest of any SpaceX human mission. For NPR News, I'm Brendan Byrne in Orlando.
This is NPR.